Okay, so imagine this. You're sipping an espresso by the Mediterranean Sea, supercars are humming by, and yachts that look like floating mansions are just parked outside your window. Welcome to Monaco, one of the richest, flashiest, and most exclusive places on the entire planet. But the question is, what does it actually cost to live in this place? Let's find out. First off, Monaco isn't just rich, it's ultra rich. Like private jet meets golden elevator rich. It's the second smallest country in the world, smaller than New York's Central Park, and yet it's packed with more millionaires per square foot than anywhere else. It's not unusual to bump into royalty, movie stars, or billionaires just walking their dogs. Although, let's be honest, their dog probably has a private chef. So, why do so many rich people move to Monaco? Simple. No income tax, none. Zero. If you're a high earner and you move here, you legally keep more of your money. That's a pretty big draw. But here's the catch. While you might save on taxes, everything else costs a fortune. Let's start with the big one, rent. So you know how people complain about how expensive New York or London is? Yeah, Monaco laughs at those places. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in Monaco's city center will cost you between 5,000 to 7,000 euros a month. That's about $5,500 to $8,000 per month for a one-bedroom. And if you want something bigger, like a two-bedroom apartment, it can easily go over 10,000 euros a month. And that's not even a luxury penthouse. That's just a nice place with a decent view. Now, if you're thinking, okay, maybe I'll just buy instead of rent, get ready for a reality check. Property prices in Monaco average around 50,000 euros per square meter. Let me repeat that, per square meter. So, a small 100 square meter apartment, which is just over 1,000 square feet, could cost 5 million euros. That's around $5.5 million for an apartment. Not a palace, not a mansion, just a regular, medium-sized apartment. All right, let's breathe. Let's move on to utilities, because believe it or not, they're not that bad. Basic monthly utilities like electricity, water, heating, and garbage for a standard apartment cost around 150 to 200 euros a month, which is actually cheaper than some parts of Europe. Internet is around 50 euros a month. So, oddly enough, it costs less to power your apartment in Monaco than to live in it. Now, food. Here's where it gets interesting. Monaco has everything from small bakeries to Michelin-starred restaurants. If you're smart and shop at grocery stores, you can keep costs relatively manageable. Milk is about 2 euros a liter, bread around 3 euros, and chicken about 12 euros per kilo. A single person could spend around 400 to 600 euros a month on groceries if they're cooking at home. But let's be honest, if you live in Monaco, you're probably eating out. A casual lunch might set you back 20 or 30 euros. A nice dinner, 200 easy. Add wine, dessert, maybe a view of the marina. Boom, you're at 500 euros for a meal. And that's without ordering the gold-covered steak. Let's talk about transportation. Here's a fun fact. Monaco has one of the best public transport systems in the region, and it's dirt cheap. A monthly bus pass? Just 15 euros. But most people aren't taking the bus. You'll see Ferraris, Bentleys, McLarens just lined up in traffic like it's a car show. If you own a car here, the costs pile up fast. Monthly parking alone can cost 300 to 600 euros. Add fuel, insurance, and maintenance, especially if you're driving something exotic, and you're easily spending thousands a year just to get around. But the good news? Monaco is so small, you can walk across the entire country in under an hour. So, technically, you don't even need a car, unless you really want to match your outfit with your Lamborghini. Now let's hit education. If you have kids and you're thinking about moving here, Monaco actually offers free public education to residents, and it's good quality. But most wealthy families opt for private international schools, and those can cost anywhere from 15 to 30,000 euros a year per child. So yeah, not exactly budget friendly. Healthcare in Monaco is top tier. No surprise there. But unless you work for a company based in Monaco that provides insurance, you'll need private coverage. That usually runs between 300 and 600 euros a month, depending on your plan and age. But the quality of care? Absolutely world class. Now let's talk about having fun. Entertainment in Monaco is in a league of its own. There's the Monte Carlo casino, luxury spas, beach clubs, yacht parties, you name it. Drinks at a fancy lounge? Expect to pay 20 euros per cocktail? A ticket to the opera or ballet could be over 100 euros. Want to attend the Monaco Grand Prix? That weekend alone can cost you thousands in hotel rooms, event tickets, and probably some champagne. But Monaco also has lots of free or low-cost events. Fireworks shows, art exhibits, and the views, honestly, are priceless. So not everything will drain your bank account. Just most things. Now let's circle back to the big one, taxes. Monaco doesn't charge personal income tax. And there's no wealth tax or capital gains tax for individuals either. That's a huge incentive for wealthy people to move here. But to actually live in Monaco and become a resident, you need to jump through a few hoops. You'll need to prove you have a place to live, pass a background check, and, here's the kicker, you have to deposit at least 500,000 euros in a Monaco bank account. Some sources even say the real number is higher, depending on your situation. So, unless you've got 500,000 euros lying around, becoming a resident is a tall order. So, bottom line, what's the cost of living in Monaco? If you're living modestly, and I mean Monaco modest, which is still pretty luxurious, you're probably spending at least 10,000 euros a month. That's just to live comfortably. If you're living lavishly with luxury shopping, fine dining, and a sports car in the garage, your monthly costs could easily exceed 50,000 euros or more. But for the ultra-wealthy, that's the price of peace, privacy, and a sunny paradise where your income stays in your pocket and your neighbors are all billionaires. So, could you afford to live in Monaco? Or would you rather just visit, take a few selfies by the yachts, and quietly return to Earth? Let me know what you think. And if you like this breakdown, don't forget to follow for more deep dives into the world's most fascinating places to live.